Deb,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
Yeah.
I don't know that everybody really understands that you do spiritual work on behalf of every student every day. Could you say a little bit more about that?
Sure. Yeah. And I think I have told all of you that I do this. So after we talk, and after I do affirmative prayer for you, then every day, this is in the morning and the evening, I do an extensive spiritual practice every day. Now, don't freak out. I don't expect you to do this. This is my vocation and what I do. So I do 2 hours of spiritual practice in the morning and 2 hours at night. And so during that time, for each of you miracle students, and for my other students that I'm working with, and for the world itself, I'm knowing the truth about whatever it is in your consciousness that's either prohibiting you from having this your desired, dream, or it's abbreviating it. Whatever it is that's in the way of you having what you want, I am every day doing spiritual mind treatment, which is another word for affirmative prayer, every day on your behalf. I'm doing that for you, knowing that whatever it is in your consciousness, whatever beliefs that are holding you back, are being transformed by the power of affirmative prayer. And I've talked to you all about affirmative prayer, so you know how that works. It's because we're all one and we're all connected. Essentially, when I pray for you, what I'm doing is lending you my consciousness. So we all know how it's very easy to know the truth for someone else, and it's more difficult to own that for ourselves because we're just too emotionally involved and too connected to ourselves. So for me, that's my training allows me to really know that for someone else on a very consistent and a very constant basis. And as I say to all of you, I will continue to do spiritual practice for you until there's some pretty dramatic shift towards you getting what you want. I'm glad that Len brought this up because that doesn't always mean that it's like bippity boppity boo, you have what you want, because this is a process, and while it may be immediately happening in spirit, it has to have time on the material plane to manifest. And so what that process is whatever healing has to take place in your own consciousness that you can accept and welcome this. I hope that makes a little more sense. So, and if nothing else, whether or not all of that's sinking in or not, don't worry about that. For a lot of people, I just know it for myself, it gives me a tremendous feeling of comfort and support knowing that someone is praying for me every day. I mean, bottom line, someone praying for me every day just makes me feel lifted up. It makes me feel supported, and it reinforces one of the main concepts of my own personal spiritual path, which is that we're never alone. I think that's one of the biggest illusions and falsehoods that most of us consciously or subconsciously hold, is that there's somehow all that is and us. Somewhere over there we're alone and there's like everybody else over here, and that's just not true. That's just not true. We're always one. We're always continuously in union, perfect, complete, whole. We can never be separated. And so what we're working on is the realization in our own mind that that can never be true. It's the dropping of that lie, and that is a lie. There's no way that any of you are separate from all that is. And so that's one of the things that every day I pray about for each one of you, that every day, with every breath, that you know more and more and more, and you viscerally feel more and more and more that you're a part of everything, that you belong, that you're important, that, you need to be here. You know, if you weren't here, something would be wrong. And so just let that, you know, sink in a little bit for you, if that's, you know, helpful. And let's continue on.